Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of the Offside Show. Yes, sir. Give it up for your host of tonight, which is me, Demo. And yeah, how is your week doing so far, guys? First snow of the year here in Chicago, and I really enjoy it. Not gonna lie, I was expecting less snow actually, because ever since I moved here to Chicago, people always be saying like, nah, Chicago is a place where there's a lot of snow, and the winters, it's all over. It's just snow, and it's cold as hell. And I don't know if that makes sense. Cold as hell. Anyway, we're not here to do that. um, but yeah, it's just like always people be saying it's a really cold city, which it is. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll really disappointed about the snow because ever since I moved, everyone's saying like, nah, this year it's gonna snow a lot, and it's gonna be a lot of snow, and every year we have snow, but this year, I mean, the last couple years, it's just like, why is it snowing, bro? This snow is just like rain, and it's like it's not worth it to watch that snow. Yeah, but I mean, really, that's just me because a lot of people said that they don't like the snow because it's harder to drive, and also you have to shovel the snow. I mean, you don't want all the snow be outside of your of your front yard or in front of your house, because yeah, you might fail, and you don't want that. But it's been really cold as well here in Chicago. I like this weather. It's like 0 degrees, or probably like 10 degrees. Um, it's pretty nice. I don't know. I don't know. I just like the cold. I really enjoy the cold. But this week it's been. I had a mixed feelings about this week because it's been a pretty amazing week. Not gonna lie. I mean, Monday I really did anything. So I had three classes. I had two classes on Monday actually, and one of them was canceled. So I just have one class at 9:30, and then after that I hit the gym. But because my class was canceled, I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna hit the gym. So I just went over my house and stayed the whole day in there. I was enjoying myself there. Not gonna lie. And but yesterday was a rough day, guys. Um, I was here because like Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm here pretty much the whole day at school. Um, but yesterday, I also had to cover a basketball game. So I have class from 9:30 to 4:45, and then the game was at 7, but I had to be there an hour before, so I arrived there at 6, and I ended up I arrived home probably by 10:30, and so I woke up at 7:30, and then I leave my house. I left my house probably like at 8:30, and I arrived at 10:30. So it was 14 hours outside of my house. Yay! I mean, it was fun. Not gonna lie. Like the experience covering the basketball game, it was amazing. I really love it because I was just like literally in the court. I was right there in front of everyone. I was feeling so powerful, and then I was just right there with my computer, and because you're doing like a news covering, like a sports covering, you shouldn't be supporting any team. So you just with your poker face right there, pretending you're just analyzing the game. But inside, I was like, "Oh my god, that's so amazing play!" Because thank God UIC won, and it was they smoked the other guys. With all the respect, San Francis, you ate some. Nah, I forgot the word, but anyway, no, I was not about to say anything like disrespectful, but I forgot like the word. Anyway, UIC won like 98 over 55, I think. I forgot already, but it was an amazing experience. The best part it was that I was right there in front of everyone, and damn, guys, it's 4 minutes already. Okay. Uh, I mean, anyways, today, not gonna lie to you guys, I haven't prepared anything. So this podcast is just gonna be me improvising a lot of stuff. I think it's gonna be like the first and second episode where I was just like looking the standings, the formation of the teams. Let's see how I handle this. But I'll be honest with you. I mean, Monday I should have take care of this because I already told you that I did nothing. But I honestly just decided to procrastinate because I was really tired. But other than that, I really had no time on the weekend or like the last week. It's the end of the semester and I'm really stressed about finals and exams, and I just want the semester to over. And I'm about to graduate as well, so it's just like there's a lot of things coming up right now, and yeah, I just want to be December break and be at my house eating good food, tamales, oof, goddamn, and hopefully I can go to my hometown because I missed a lot of my hometown. But yeah, I'm talking about a lot of myself. You don't want to hear this, I'm pretty sure. And if you do, thank you. I love you. But let's just go straight to business, I guess. Like I said, I don't really have a lot of things prepared today. So I'm just going with the flow of the show today. Probably it's gonna be a shorter episode, which is gonna pisses me off a lot because last week I did a small episode as well, but it was because I had a game. And today I actually have a game as well, but it's till 10 and it's barely 8. So I'm gonna finish this podcast probably by 9 or so, even before, not gonna lie. Because I'm sorry guys, you deserve better. And I've been away this week, so I hope I can do my best for today. Well, you already know me. Sometimes I'm saying that I don't know what to say about it, and then I'm just like barking and saying all over all different things that makes no sense, and I somehow ended up filling the hour. And right now, I'm just burning time. To be honest with you, I already have 7 minutes, and I don't know how. That's my specialty, I guess. Just talk about nonsense. But let's go over the first match for today. I'm starting with Premier League, of course, because Serie A and La Liga, I don't know, guys. I don't feel it. I don't feel it. Like Serie A right now, I'm so disappointed with Serie A right now. Because you remember, I don't know if you remember last week, I was telling you that it seems like nobody wants to win the Scudetto. And it's the same thing right now. I'll go over later, but yeah. And from La Liga, I mean, Real Madrid tie and boring match. But let's go over Premier League. And there's a lot of things to cover today about Premier League. But again, I didn't prepare, so I'll see what I can do. Um, the only one I prepared today is Manchester City versus Liverpool, and I think I can talk the whole podcast about this match. To be honest, but it's pretty much gonna be the same thing that I'll be saying for the last couple weeks, so it makes no sense. But anyway, match number 11: Manchester City versus Liverpool. Guess who won? Yeah, of course, Manchester City won, man. Liverpool is not there. Liverpool, I mean, it's hard to accept it, but we are in crisis, guys. I didn't want to say it for the last couple weeks, but we're not there, and I know for probably like the first or second week of my show, I said like, guys, let's just forget about Premier League this year because we ain't gonna win it. And today, it's actually a fact. We're not gonna win Premier League, and we should be already planning ahead for the next season and focus on not get the relegation because that's something that can actually happen. And by now, Liverpool is losing a lot of matches. So it's been for the last 6 matches, we just have won the last match from last week. So it's 5 defeats over 1 win. So the it seems really bad for Liverpool right now. But let's review the match real quick. So this was Guardiola's 1,000th match in charge of City. So congratulations to him. I mean, it's been an exciting career for him at Manchester City. Not gonna lie, he won the. I think he is the first coach ever, or like not the coach, like the first team, but also thanks to the coach, that they win 4 consecutive Premier Leagues. I think the Manchester United won three, probably by the 2000s, but nobody have ever achieved the 4 consecutive Premier Leagues. Consecutive. What did I say? I'm sorry, I'm away. But yeah, congratulations to Guardiola. I mean, what can I say about him? He's the best coach ever. I don't like to admit that because I'm a Jurgen Klopp fan, and I feel Jurgen Klopp is the best coach ever, and I'm willing to argue this with everyone. But also, we gotta look at the facts, and the facts are there. And Guardiola, what he has done is pretty amazing. Literally, think. I mean, what do you think about this? Do you think Manchester City now is an historic team already? I mean, I don't think he's a big club. I mean, probably they're a big club already. But do you think? I mean, isn't he Manchester City is not at the level of Liverpool or Manchester City, of course, Manchester United. I mean, and it's not even close. But those guys for the last 10 years they've been dominating the Premier League, and most of it is thanks, of course, because the petrodollars, but also thanks to Guardiola, man. I mean, I mean, you cannot say it's not all thanks to Guardiola and Kevin De Bruyne, of course. But who brought Kevin De Bruyne to Manchester City? Guardiola. So it is what it is. But congratulations, Guardiola. Claps to him. And let's just go still with the match. I just want to point out that about Guardiola because I was watching the highlights and I saw um all like the posters in the stadium, and everyone was just like singing Guardiola's name, and I mean he deserved it. He deserved it. Um, but the first thing I want to talk about this match is that probably it's just me, guys. But what do you guys think? I don't like the way they start the matches, and this is not just about this match. I'm talking about in general. Like everyone's like the half of a team, it's already on the half court line, ready to run all over the court, and then so they just kick off the ball to the middle, pass it back to the center back. In this case, was Van Dijk, and then Van Dijk just centered the ball. He just crossed the ball all over the court, and everyone is waiting for the ball to see if they can get the header and hopefully score a early goal. And I understand the point of it. You want to score a goal, so if you have the position of half the court already, you got to take advantage of it. But I like more better when people used to like play from the back and then build up. I like actually the way Premier League is built and how the teams play, but I don't like how they start the match. It's just me, but I don't like that. I don't like that people just kick the ball away and waiting to see if something happened, if the other team commits an error and you can be there and score a goal. It's funny to see that when that happen because it's like, I mean, you don't want to celebrate a goal, but every single match, man, come on. It's like, why don't you just keep possession of the ball and start building the play, and then yeah, just go on from there. But like I said, it's probably just me. And there's a lot of things to say about this match. First, let's go over the lineups, I guess. So for Manchester City, they play a line of four, three midfielders and three attackers. We got Donnarumma on goalie. We got O'Reilly on the left, Guardiol and Diaz as a center backs. We got Nunez at the right back. And then for the midfielders, we got Foden, we got Nico, and we got Bernardo Silva. It's been a while that I don't see Bernardo Silva. I don't know if because I haven't looked at the Manchester City lineups lately, but I thought Bernardo Silva was already out for Manchester City. And he played as a starter this game, and I think he did really good. Um, and then up top on the left, we had Doku. What a play. What a match for Doku. He literally, it was his prime today, not gonna lie. And as a striker, of course, who else? Erling Holland. And on the right wing, we have Cherki. Cherki. I don't know this guy. I mean, I know him, but I haven't seen him enough. And for Liverpool, we got Mamardashvili on goal. They play a back of four, two midfielders, like two defensive center midfields, and then three attackers, and then one striker. So for the defense line, we have Robertson on the left, Van Dijk and Konate on the center backs, and Conor Bradley on the right. There's not much difference of what they've been playing lately. I mean, the center backs and the goalkeeper, it's pretty much the same for the last uh, matches. And then up top, the defensive center mids was McAllister, Gravenberch. The attackers, it was Florian Beards on the left. I don't like Beards on the left. So was Lai as Satan, then Salah on the right, and Ekitike as a striker. And well, I just saw it was like last week. Literally, I just saw the highlights for this one, and the match started with Konate and Bradley. Like, what are those guys doing, man? I mean, that just talk about how they really don't know how to play alongside each other. Like they don't know them, they don't know each other, and it's really frustrating to see this. To be honest, Konate this game disappointed me a lot. Bradley, I mean, I don't know if I'm disappointed with him. I think it has to do more with the fact that Doku outplayed him today. Well, in that match, there's not much Bradley was able to do, to be honest, because Doku, it was just like he was on his prime. He was possessed by the devil, I guess, and it was just an amazing things to see. But what I was talking about here is that Konate, like Bradley, make the right defensive play against Doku, and then Konate was there. He was trying to kick the ball out, but he hit Doku, and then Doku was in front of the goal. But just because he fell down, he didn't score it. But like, yeah, this is just a way of seeing that literally the defensive line, they don't know how to play each other together. And I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks, guys. We need a center back. We need a different center back, and we definitely need different. I mean, it's because Frimpong. I haven't seen Frimpong because he's been injured, so I cannot have an argument about this. But Conor Bradley, for example, at Champions League week, which was last week, yeah, by Wednesday, he outplayed Vinicius, and then on the weekend he was outplayed by Doku. So it's just like he's really irregular. But like I said, I cannot blame him. He's still young, but if you're gonna play for Liverpool, who is the current champion of the Premier League, you gotta be ready. You know, it's fine if you commit some mistakes because we all do it. But if you're gonna be the starter for Liverpool, you cannot be doing this. You cannot be having a good match and then having a bad match and be the same over and over and over. So I think we need a different right back urgently. Like I said, I hope Frimpong recovers and then we can see him more often and see what he can do. But anyway, we need. I mean, it's because I think Frimpong and Conor Bradley, those guys are good options for the right back. So if Frimpong, I'm sorry, shows that he's able to be the starter, we're good. We're good because we have Conor Bradley learning from him or like getting more experience, and yeah, Conor Bradley can play more like less important matches, and but other than that, if Frimpong is not ready or he cannot play as we saw him play on Leverkusen, we need a right back urgently. And same goes for the left back. I mean, Robertson, let's talk about Robertson a bit because this guy, I love Robertson. He probably was the best left back for 2018 from 2023. At least that's what I believe. But right now he's already old and I mean, I don't think he's that old, but you can tell like he's not hungry as he used to be before, and he's just having fun, and it's fine. I cannot complain about him, but I think he's not. He shouldn't be the at the at the 11 started anymore. But the problem here is like I don't like Kerkez, and last year Simicas was doing an amazing job. I don't know why he's on a loan right now. I don't know why they brought Kerkez. They should have honestly, if I was Arnold slot, I'll just get rid of Kerkez and keep Simicas and Robertson, or sell Robertson, but keep Kerkez on the bench, man. But like I said, I think Robertson is not that old, so he can keep. I mean, he can still recover, and I think he can be a good substitution. Robertson, Andrew Robertson. He is right now 31-year old. Yeah, he's still low key young. So I think he can recover. But like I said, I think Simicas should be playing as at 11 starter right now. But I don't know. Arner Slot wanted to have Kerkez, and I don't understand why. But anyway, we need a different defensive line back. And I think the only one who I cannot complain about is Van Dijk. Because even though he's not as good as he used to be probably back in 2019, he's still there and he's still performing as a top level defender. And as a center back, you don't have to run a lot, so kind of your career is longer than, for example, as a wingers or like left back or right back, because you don't have to be that pacey. You don't have to be up and down all the whole game. But yeah, I mean, Van Dijk is playing by himself on the defensive center back, on the defensive line. I mean, and Mamardashvili, I think he's been doing a nice job. It's just for the fact that we don't have a defensive line right now. And other than that, I don't know what to say about Liverpool, guys, because we have the right players. I think it's all about Arnold Slot. They don't know how to put. They don't know how to make this team play, and I think he's committing a lot of mistakes. Like for example, all the signings that he brought, he definitely commit a mistake. For example, with Isaac, with Kerkez, I don't think Birds was a mistake. But if you look at the lineup, there's no place for him to put him. He should be playing as a 10. It's because Beards plays more like on a 4-3-3, but with just one defensive center back and like two offensive center mids, and he can play either left or right. But this game he played at the left wing. He ain't gonna do shit on the left wing, man. I don't know. I don't understand Arnold's Slot. Like this is a problem because if Luis Diaz has have stayed, we can have Luis Diaz on the left, Beers playing as a 10. He can get used to that position. And then we have Soboslai, McAllister, and Gravenberch to be rotating on the defensive center mids right there. And we also have the problem of Salah right now, guys, because I honestly believe Salah. It's time to bench Salah. It's time to bench Salah. I mean, I cannot complain about him. He's an historic one of Liverpool already, but man, he's just too slow. I was probably by the end of the match, he had he was 1-1 twice, and Ruben Diaz got him the two times, and it's just because I was watching the replay and Salah is running the same pace as Ruben Diaz. I was like, that makes no sense. And like I said, nothing against Salah. I think it's just like last season he got his prime, and it's kind of hard for a player at this age to recover from that because he was at the top level last season. So I'm pretty sure his body right now is just like taking I don't know the word in English, but it's just like his body he can adapt again to that pace, because he's already kind of old, especially for the wings, and one thing that pisses me off a lot is that guy, he was making a lot of drama last season that this is gonna be my last season. They don't want to renovate my contract, and he got renewed, and then what happened? What are you doing? Like, you're actually proving that they shouldn't have renewed your contract. Like I said, it's just nothing about him. It's just I'm so frustrated. I have a lot of frustration for Liverpool right now. But let's keep. I just realized I'm talking about Liverpool and not the match. And but let's go over a bit more of this match. Like I said, I'm just improvising this podcast because I didn't prepare anything. What can I say? Um, don't procrastinate. That's the only thing I can say. But guys, the worst enemy of Haaland this season are the penalty kicks. And you know what's the funny thing? That he keep fucking scoring. It's just like so funny to see that. I think I've seen him twice or three times, maybe four already, missing a penalty kick this season. And it doesn't matter because he's still the top scorer on the Premier League right now. He has 14 goals, and the second place is at 8. So he almost have twice the amount of goals that the second place in Premier League. So he can keep missing a lot of penalties if you want, if he keeps scoring. But it's just like, bro, you're scoring this bunch of bangers and you can ask for a penalty kick. I mean, honestly, what a save for Mamardashvili. Not gonna lie, he read him really well, and it was actually really on the corner. Like, he dived really well. So claps to Mamardashvili. But Haaland, you gotta do better on penalty kicks. That's the easiest goal you can score. I mean, if you just want to show off and demonstrate that you're the beast, it's fine. But come on, man, you gotta score those shit. And anyway, we got the first goal at minute 29th. It was a header for Holland, of course. And what a header, not gonna lie. I mean, this one was poor defending for Konate again. Konate. Let's get rid of Konate, man. But, I mean, Haaland, because Haaland even wasn't expecting he was gonna get the header. Because Konate was in front of him. And the ball was right to his head. I don't know what happened. He just like trying to hit it slowly, I guess. He just like, decimos en español, la quería peinar. I don't know how to say peinar in English. Comb. Nah, that's not the word. Nah, well, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He just get a small hit on in the head, and he barely touched it. He barely touched it. Like, I don't think he actually touched it. I think he just yeah, it was just like a small subtle touch to the ball, and Haaland was not expecting that to happen, but he was able to get the header anyway, and it was a nice header. Nothing to do for Mamardashvili. Konate, I'm so disappointed with you, boy. But anyway, then after the header, Van Dijk get he tied the game, but it was disallowed. I don't understand what this goal was disallowed, because I know Robertson was on offside, but if you look at the play closely, so it was a corner kick, right? And everyone was inside when the corner kick was kicked. So then Robertson, when Van Dijk get the header, he was offside, but it was part of the play. You cannot do that movement real quick because it's just like for me, it's kind of nonsense. Not gonna lie, probably because I'm a Liverpool supporter. But I think if I see these in other teams, it's just a bunch of nonsense. Because I need to know the rule better, I guess. But it's for me, it's just like, nah, this goal shouldn't be disallowed. Because it's just like the play is going too fast. I mean, if you see it on replay, of course, you're gonna see like, yeah, definitely he was interfering with the view of the with the vision of the goalkeeper. But like I said, this is something that happened in 2 or 3 seconds. So it was the corner kick, everyone was on onside. Then the ball go over Van Dijk's head, get the header, and by then Robertson was already on offside, of course. But he did, like, he didn't even touch the ball. He was not running. He was running back already to the to the line to be onside, and because the ball is traveling so fast, the only thing he was able to do, it was just like go down to the floor, chest down to the floor, and they ended up disallowing this goal because it was marked as offside, the offside show. And for me, it's just like, nah, this shouldn't be disallowed. And I don't think this changed anything in the game. I think definitely Manchester United won over Liverpool straight. Like, there's not much Liverpool was able to do this game and for the last fucking month. And it's funny because they just won Real Madrid on Champions League, and I was like, okay, even though if we lose against Manchester City, it just should be like a 1-0 game or something, and it was 3-0. Then for the second goal for Liverpool, I mean for Manchester City, it was scored by Nico at 48 minutes, assisted by Bernardo Silva, and it was an unlucky play, to be honest. I mean, there's nothing that the goalkeeper was able to do. It was unlucky rebound. It hit Van Dijk legs, and it was just like a deflection. So it was a lot of unfortunate, unlucky there. But it is what it is. These are the things that happen in soccer. And for example, when I was on my soccer team back in city colleges, my coach always used to say like, take shots. When, for example, when you're like, you're not able to get into the goal, just if you have the open shot, just do it, because there might be a deflection and they might end up being as a goal. And literally, this is what happened here. Uh, the game was completely controlled by Manchester City, but when you're not really getting into the others' goals, you just might as well take a shot, outside shot, and it's fine as long as he's going inside, like on, yeah, on goal direction. It's fine because sometimes people rush the shots a lot and end up just like going to the moon. But it is what it is. You gotta take those shots, and luckily you're gonna score a goal, and this is what happened to Nico. And there's nothing you can do against that. And it's the same thing go for the crosses. For example, my coach always used to say as well that just cross the ball. I mean, even though you feel you don't have an open space or you don't see anyone, just cross the ball, because the defender is on bad position. So he's just gonna take the ball out, and it's gonna be either a corner kick or might as well can be an own goal. You never know. Um, but I think that's all I have to say for this match. Well, the third goal was scored for Doku. Oh yeah, this is the best part. I almost forgot about this. What a banger from Doku! Absolutely banger. And like I said, this guy, he was on another level this match. He was outplaying everyone. He was dancing with Conor Bradley. And literally the cherry on the cake, I don't know if that's a expression in English, but in Spanish is la cereza del pastel. It's that he scored a banger. And I like to see these type of goals because this is easy football, guys. This is easy football. Just inside out, take the shot. What a banger! It is. It's as simple as that. I remember I'm talking about my experience as a soccer player because it's not even close at what those guys do. But my coach always used to tell the wings that guys, it's because you don't gotta complicate yourself. You don't gotta dribble everyone on the team. It's literally you got the ball inside out, take the shot. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Easy football, easy soccer. Because I used to love more the way soccer was played before. Like, for example, Ronaldinho and Messi, where they took the ball from half of the court, dribble everyone, and dancing and doing all those stupid shit to for the highlights and then score a banger. That was nice thing to see as well. But now, where the game is more systematic, you have to do these kind of things. You gotta play simple. You gotta do the game easier. And that's all that Doku did on this game. It's just literally just you just faint. It's just like not faint. It's this is a problem, guys. Because yeah, the thing is faint. Yeah, yeah you faint the player. I was about to say like this is a problem, guys. There's a lot of things that I don't know in English because I know I'm Spanish. But yeah, you feint the player and then you just get a small touch enough to be able to hit it, and all you gotta do is just practice the shot, and that's it. What a nice goal from Doku, and congratulations to Manchester City. I mean, right now you're the only team that is gonna be able to take out the Premier League from Arsenal, because Liverpool is out of the race already. Um, it is what it is, and it's barely match day number 11. But I mean, I want to stay positive, and I hope I eat my words. But I'm pretty sure we're not getting there. It's just we just gotta look at the tendency, guys, and the tendency right now is like I think I saw this data that it was saying that Liverpool lost the same amount of matches already that they lost on last season. So it's disappointing. So they shouldn't be losing any more matches from now if they want to win the Premier League. So it is what it is. Well, I already have 40 minutes, and so I already made it. I'm pretty sure I can cover 20 minutes from what I have still left. Like I said, I don't have any notes, guys. I was just improvising here. For example, I know I had a lot of empty sounds. I probably am gonna edit this, but this is the second time I say this in the podcast, and I never edit anything. So let's just go review the second match, which was Tottenham against Manchester United, and the result was 2-2. They tie, and I look you wanted to see this game because for the last couple years, it's an interesting match to see. Tottenham against Manchester United, and the reason why it's because for the last, I mean, Tottenham, that team, Manchester United, that team, both historics. Don't think I'm disrespecting them. But let's be honest, guys. Tottenham and Manchester United, they're not there. I think last season they both ended up on 17 and 16. I don't really know. I think I can look for it right now. And if the internet is working, I thought the internet was working. It was. I'm sorry. This is what I'm saying. I know I'm keeping quiet a lot of time. Yeah, last season it was Manchester United on the 15th place, and Tottenham. I don't see Tottenham. Oh, yeah, Tottenham was on the 17th place. So it always funny to see these kind of games against those guys because it's just like trash teams competing to see who's the trasher team. I don't know how to say it. I'm just kidding. But it's just like you want to see this game because anything can happen. There's a meme last from last year I remember where people were saying like if you face Tottenham against Manchester United, both teams are able to lose at the same time because it's actually I think that was able to happen last season, but right now it's different because I think both teams are looking doing good. None of them are going to win the Premier League. None of them are going to win the Champions League. Well, Manchester United is not playing Champions League, but Tottenham it is because they won the Europa League. Uh, but it was an interesting match to see because, like I said, both teams I think they're doing really good so far in the season, and they didn't disappoint it. Um, 2-2, it's some nice thing to see. Manchester United ended up winning. It started winning at minute 32. And Belmo scored the first goal, and I think this is the first consecutive match that he been scoring. It's funny because this guy was not scoring a single goal. I think last season he didn't score. I think he scored like 3 goals last season. I'm not sure because I'm not sure he was already there at Manchester United for last season, but I'm pretty sure he was there. Um, but now he's on a goal streak, so good for him. Then the match it was kind of completely dead until the 80th minute. Because the first goal Tottenham scored it was at the 84th by Matthias Tell, assisted by Udoji, and then at 91st minute, Richarlison scored the victory goal, and I honestly thought it was about to be the final result, but at 96th minute, Matthijs de Ligt get the header and gets the tie for Manchester United. So it was a lot of emotions, but all to the end of the match. Um, the formations for these, it's because Tottenham actually have a solid squad, not big names, but they have pretty nice team. So they got Vicario on goal. They got Pedro Porro on the right wing. Uh, the center backs is the best thing they have. Van de Ven and Romero. Those guys, those guys are amazing. And I haven't talked a lot about Tottenham on my podcast because I don't really care about Tottenham. But on Champions League this week, well, last week, Van de Ven scored a goal. I don't know if you guys remember this goal, like the Son, that Hyun-Min Son score. Like he was like behind of the half court, and he take the ball, dribble all over to the goal, and it was like 30 players surrounding him, and no one was able to take the ball out from him. It was literally the same goal, but the difference is like Son is a wing, Van de Ven it's a center back. So it's imagine you're a center back and you literally dribble all over the court and no one is able to take the ball out from you. If that happened to me, I'll be saying, Coach, now I'm playing on the wing. I don't give a fuck what you think about. You saw what I just did? Fuck everyone. I'm the man. But then they have on the left was left back Spence. On the middle defensive center mid, they got Sar and Palinha. Those guys are pretty. Yeah, I like those guys. I mean, not top class players, but they're good. And up top, so they got Xavi Simons, who last season was playing really good. I don't know how he's been doing with Tottenham. It's because I don't really have a lot. I wish I had all the time of the world to watch all these matches. And I want to see how Xavi Simons is doing right now. On the left wing, we got Richarlison because that guy, I hate Richarlison. I don't think he's a bad player, but he's not a good player either. He just exists. Sometimes he scored a lot of bangers. I don't know if you remember this goal that he scored in the World Cup. Like it was like a half volley, and I don't know. It's just he's good. He's good, but he's not that good. But he's not a trash player either. Then we got Colomwani, because I don't know what to think about him. To be honest, I just feel he exists and that's it. I don't think he's a bad player, but he's not a striker that scored a lot of goals, and I don't think he's a striker that helped out the team a lot either. He just exists and he's there, and I mean, if he's there, it's because he's doing something, I guess. And on the right wing, we have Johnson for Manchester United. Uh, yeah, I don't want to go over this team, but the most important things to say here is that Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Maguire, and the leaked. It's just like the fuck. It's I don't know. I don't know how Maguire is still there. I think he's low-key playing better than he used to be for the last 3, 4 seasons. He was a meme. He was literally a meme, but he's 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 been playing decent, and I think it's hard to say that because it's Maguire, but he's been playing good. Um, let's just go over the next match, which is Sunderland against Arsenal. Those guys tied 2-2. And guys, something that reminds me of this Sunderland is like Nottingham Forest of last year. It's like same thing happening right now. Um, Sunderland right now it's at fourth. Last season, Nottingham Forest was probably at the third place and fourth place, probably like the till I don't know how many matches, but they were there probably more of the half of the season. And I think this is the same thing that is happening to Sunderland right now. I hope they can keep it up. But for example, right now, if you just see Nottingham Forest, they are 19 right now. So imagine that team was playing Champions League right now. It's like it makes no sense. And the most important thing is like they can keep up the level for following seasons, because it's fun to see. For example, when Leicester City, I forgot the name, but where Jimmy Vardy used to play, it was fun to see that those guys won the Champions League because it's just like an uncommon thing to see, and it would be pretty fun if Sunderland wins this Premier League. But the most important thing for me is that they're able to be there for the next couple the following seasons. It's not just, I don't want to be that one season wonder. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just like, I hope if they're competing is because they're able to compete. And the problem is like if they won the Premier League, they now are gonna play Champions League, and usually always that is always a disaster. Because for the next season, you're the current champion and everything, but now the season is different. You don't have enough players, you don't have enough resources, and you ended up being a total disaster in Champions League. So it's not worth it. But I'm glad for Sunderland, the most Mexican team on England, I hope. And they tie against the. I honestly think Arsenal is going to win the Premier League this year. I've been mentioning this a lot, but the worst enemy of Arsenal is Arsenal itself. And right now, they haven't lost a single game in a while, so they're there. They're working quietly. That's the most important thing. They should be doing this, because you don't want to rush the things out. And the next match I have here is just Chelsea versus Wolverhampton. Um, you know what? Let me just go over the goals for the last match. I forgot to do that. Um, well, Sunderland scored at minute 36. It was Danny Ballard. Then Bukayo Saka again. It's been a while I don't see that guy scoring a goal. At minute 54, assisted by Mikel Merino. Then at 74th, Leandro Trossard, assisted by Martin Subimendi. And then at 94th, wow, that's crazy. Brian Brobbey scored the tie. He tied the game at 94th minute. Oh shit. Granit Xhaka is at Sunderland. I didn't know that. Interesting. Granit Xhaka used to play for Arsenal, so it's just like interesting. And Arsenal, man, Arsenal, what a squad they have. Uh I hope they can win the Premier League this year. To be honest, they deserve it, Loki. They've been deserving it for the last 5 years. They just, they're just, they just don't know how to win. That's all. But yeah, let's just now go over Chelsea against Wolverhampton, and it's 15 minutes already. So I'm just going over real quick from now. I mean, at the end, I don't really have to talk. I don't really want to talk about La Liga or Serie A because it's been very boring this week for those leagues. And Real Madrid is disappointing. Barcelona won, but I think it's low key disappointing as well. And for Serie A, nobody wants to win the Scudetto. So for Chelsea against Wolverhampton, Chelsea won 3-0. And the most important thing that I want to say about this match is that Garnacho have what Dovo assisted this game. And I, to be honest, I was expecting more from Garnacho when he was joining Chelsea. I was expecting more from him because he was the best player. Honestly, for me, he was the best player at Manchester United. Every time he was playing for them, he was scoring a goal, he was assisting, he was the most differential player in the court. I know a lot of people don't like Garnacho because he's just like so cocky, but he's a good player, guys. Let's be honest. And I think right now he just gotta get used to at Chelsea and find his spot. But he assisted twice on this game, so it's good for him. Um, yeah, I don't love Garnacho, but I like the way he play, and I think he just gotta focus more on his game instead of being cocky as hell, and he can become a top world class player. Let's go over the standings real quick for Premier League. Um, we have first Arsenal, second Manchester City, and there's just a 4 point difference because Arsenal tied this game. So those guys are the ones that are gonna fight the Premier League this year. I mean, Chelsea is at third with 20 points, which is actually really close. But I don't see. I mean, let's see what happens when Cole Palmer recovers from his injury. But I don't think Chelsea is at the level of Manchester City of Arsenal. I don't think Manchester City is either at the Arsenal level. I mean, I like this Manchester City, but it's not the same Manchester City from the last 5 years. Like the Manchester City from last year and the Manchester City from this year. I don't fear about this Manchester City, to be honest. That's what I'm trying to say. They're a good team. They're the second in Premier League, but I don't think those guys are at the same level of Arsenal right now. But let's see what happens. It's gonna be a fun thing to see Arsenal against Manchester City again. Because that was probably the last 3 or 4 Premier League. It was like that. Manchester City first, Arsenal second. Always Arsenal second. So we got Chelsea at third, Sunderland at fourth. Let's go. We got Tottenham at fifth. We got Manchester City at seven, Liverpool at eight. God damn. I mean, it's just 8 points different between the first and the eighth. But Liverpool gotta start winning, man. It's literally that's the problem. I mean, they're not that far right now, but they gotta stop. They gotta start winning. They gotta start winning. And then on relegation, we got West Ham, Nottingham Forest, and Wolves. And let's just go over talk about La Liga. I think I honestly am gonna talk about Celta de Vigo versus Barcelona only. This was match day number 12, and because I didn't see the highlights, neither the game, I'm just gonna pull up the game here on OneFootball, and let's see. Let's go over the formation for Barcelona. I mean, I don't really know anyone for Celta de Vigo. It's no longer what was his name? The striker, Iago Aspas. Iago Aspas is no longer there. Oh, Marcos Alonso plays for Celta de Vigo. I thought he was still at Barcelona. Um, Mingueza. I don't know if the same Mingueza I'm thinking about. Oscar Mingueza. Yeah, he used to play for Barcelona as well. So we have a lot of players, ex-Barcelona players in here. Um, Borja Iglesias. Yeah, Borja Iglesias. Hugo Soteldo. Yeah, I know a couple guys. But the most important thing is, of course, Barcelona. Because they won 4-2 against Celta de Vigo. Celta de Vigo had a 4-win streak, and they actually were mocking about everyone. They posted a picture where they were saying, like, come on, Barcelona, don't be scared of us. It was, I don't know how to explain the meme, but if I ever edit this, I'm going to put the meme in there for you guys to see it. But formation, it's 4-3-3. We got Araujo and Covercias as center backs, Balde on the left back, Eddie Garcia on the right back. And I've been seeing a lot of Barcelona fans talking about this. Like they actually feel safer with Eddie Garcia on the right back. I don't know if that's because Conde it's been playing bad, but it's weird. It's weird to see that because Conde for me it's a good player. It's an irregular player, but it's good. I mean, I feel he's way better than Eddie Garcia, and people it's been saying that Eddie Garcia is playing really good. So congratulations to him. Chesney on goal. On the midfielder, we got Olmo, De Jong, and Fermin Lopez. I think Pedri's injury, yeah. Rashford on the left wing, Lewandowski at the striker, and Lamine Yamal on the right wing. So Robert Lewandowski scored a brace today on that match. I mean, he scored a penalty kick at 10th of the match. Then we got 1 minute after they tied the game. It was Sergio Villarino. And then at minute 37, Lewandowski scored the second goal, assisted by Marcus Rashford. Borja Iglesias scored the game, tied the game at minute 43. And then Lamine Yamal at 49th scored the third for Barcelona at the 73rd minute. Oh, actually, Lewandowski scored a hat trick. Wow. That guy, it's crazy. Because he already old El Abueloski. But he's carrying the team. Well, he carried the team this game at least. So Lewandowski scored at minute 73rd, assisted by Marcus Rashford again. And that was pretty much it. Well, Frankie de Jong got a red card for double yellow at 94th. But it's not any difference, just that he's going to miss the next match. But there's not much different for this match that he got a red card. But, I mean, congratulations to Barcelona. I think they lost their last match. No, they won last match on La Liga. But they tie against Brujas on Champions League. So they got to recover from that. And they had the win against Celta de Vigo. It's fine. They're fighting for the La Liga still, especially because Madrid tied this week. And it's because the bad thing about La Liga, it's that it's just always the same. Barcelona, Real Madrid, and sometimes Atletico de Madrid. Sometimes, I mean, you cannot rely on those guys. Real Madrid tie against Rayo Vallecano, and Rayo Vallecano, I ain't going to talk about that match because I think, it's because I don't have any notes, so I don't want to say things that I don't actually know, but I think, don't trust on what I'm saying right now, but I think neither Mbappe or Vinicius or Bellingham were able to take shots. And also I'm remembering, it's because this is all wrong. This is what happened when you're not prepared for the podcast. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know how I'm able to already have an hour. But Rayo Vallecano, for the last 5 matches that they faced against Real Madrid, Madrid was not able to win them. So Rayo Vallecano is Real Madrid fathers, apparently. And then I had Atletico Madrid. They won against Levante 3-1. And let's just go over the standings real quick. For La Liga, we got Madrid at first, of course. Barcelona at second, and there's just a difference of 3 points. So if Madrid lose a game, Barcelona wins, they're gonna be tied. And then we got Villarreal at third, Atletico Madrid the fourth. And then for relegation, we got Girona, Levante, and Real Oviedo. The goal scorer, the top scorer here is Mbappe. Second, Julian Alvarez with 7. Mbappe had 13. And Lewandowski with his hat trick, he already tied again with Julian Alvarez with 7. I mean, I already covered the hour. I'm not gonna go over Serie A. I mean, I'm just gonna have the matches that I have here. I don't have any notes. I just have the matches. So match 11 for match day number 11 for Serie A. Inter versus Lazio. La Inter won 2-0. Then Parma against Milan. They tied 2-2. And then Bologna against Napoli. Bologna won 2-0. And let's go over the standings real quick. Like I said, nobody wants to win the Scudetto. So for La Serie A, we have Inter at first, Roma at second, Milan at third, Napoli at fourth. Relegation, we have Genoa, Hellas Verona, and Florentina. And the top scorer is still Hakan Çalhanoğlu with 5. And yeah, that's it for me, guys. Next week, I'm going to talk about the U17 World Cup because I don't want to do it right now. I'm just too tired. And I still have a game at 10 right now. So I just want to relax my mind right now. And next week, I'll come prepared. I swear. I promise you guys. But I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you didn't, I can understand why. But anyways, have a good rest of the week. Have a nice weekend. Stay tuned and follow me on Instagram, of course, the Offside Show 19. And well, this was the Offside Show.